Does signing a Gyokeres automatically turn Arsenal into title favourites for the coming season? Maybe not. But are they contenders? Certainly yes. Matter of fact, they are very close to even being called favourites for the next season. Why is that? Numbers just don't lie. Welcome to the channel. Let's talk about what has happened over the last couple of days and what Arsenal need to do differently aside of just signing. Let's just assume the Gyokeres deal is done. What more can Arsenal do to make sure that they make the title, against all odds? Obviously, with the likes of Liverpool and Manchester City, breathing over their necks. Now, the Gyokeres deal, there's a lot of drama going on about that. The sporting director, the agent, all of that stuff. The assumption for this video is that in the end, Arsenal will do whatever needs to be done to get that deal across the line. There are all sorts of threats about sanctions from the director. I will not go into that. That's not what this video is about. But hopefully Arsenal can sort out those details and get the player in, hopefully also on time for pre-season, so we can hit the ball rolling. But beyond just signing Gyokeres and obviously changing the game, because obviously Gyokeres coming into Arsenal make them automatic. Rival fans can tell you they're scared. You can see their body language. Putting a Gyokeres on top of an Arsenal team that has such a solid defense, very solid midfield, just basically stacks up, and you can be sure things will definitely, the numbers will tell going into the coming season. There are a lot of skepticism about his numbers playing in Portuguese league versus the Premier League. We'll see about that. But my prediction is that he's definitely gonna cook in Arsenal shirts. Now, beyond that, it's difficult to tell what the board and the directors and all of these people at Arsenal really have in mind, because there's been rumors with the likes of Rodrygo, Eberechi Eze, and a few other players in the attacking position. In my opinion, because of how much I've known Arsenal, because I can't even tell. I can tell you that if it is possible for Arsenal to get both Eberechi Eze and Rodrygo, that would be perfect. Madrid have come out to say 100 million euros is what they would be demanding from any club who wants to sign Rodrygo. Now that we've signed Noni Madueke, personally, I'm not a fan of that signing. But if a player comes through the door, our job as fans is just to support him. I wouldn't have signed him if it were all up to me. But now that he's here, the club obviously know more than we do about Bukayo Saka's fitness levels. And if you give a Noni Madueke time on the right wing or even on the left wing, with the type of support Arsenal have, he'll probably get better. His numbers will improve. Any player will improve in an Arsenal shirt. Kai Havertz, for example, is the case in point. He clearly, if he's fit, he can easily get 15 to 20 goals a season. So I'm not worried about Noni Madueke. We didn't sign him to be a starter. Ultimately, he will improve. Now, if we're to make a decision going forward as to what happens next after we end up hopefully signing Gyokeres, I think we just go for Eze, because for me, Eberechi Eze is versatile. He can play on the left. He can play as a backup to the captain, Odegaard, who obviously needs support. Going into next season, Arsenal are going to have to play a lot of games. Champions League has a lot of good games, group stage matches, knockout stages, the Premier League, 38 games, and of course the League Cup, the FA Cup. Is a lot of pressure on Arsenal right now since we've not won a trophy in 5 years. So clearly, there is no competition that Arsenal fans will consider too small. I think the League Cup and the FA Cup will also become important suddenly. That's why somehow signing of Noni Madueke may not be a bad idea. I hope he picks form as well. But going by the history and who Arsenal are in the transfer window, nobody expects Arsenal to sign a Rodrygo and an Eze. Perfect transfer window in my opinion if that happens. But if we're going to spend money, which I believe with FFP and all the restrictions around financials, spending and all of that stuff, I would personally go for Eze. If it were to be just pick one of the two. And then of course we need to sign a defender. There's been talks about a defender to be backup also for Gabriel and Saliba. We need to close that deal as well. It's very important. So let me know your thoughts. Do you think that Arsenal should go for a Rodrygo versus an Eze? Because trust me, I don't think Arsenal are going to sign those two players. So does Eze solve the problem for us, or do we need to focus on a Rodrygo and find a way to shuffle the team around to cover whatever spaces are still left? Let me know your thoughts in the comment. Leave a like, subscribe, and share this video, and I'll see you on the next one.